Thanks to the noble sacrifice of Alpha Trion, the Aerialbots were born. And thanks to Hasbro Pulse and Amazon, I got Fireflight and Skydive to complete the team. Hi everyone, it's your friend Vash, aka Triqqerhappy77 on Instagram. So I just got the final two Age of the Primes Aerialbots, Hasbro Pulse sent me Skydive, and Fireflight courtesy of Amazon Prime. So overall, these are both repaints of Slingshot and Air Raid, but with enough differences that they certainly pass as their own individual characters. Each Aerialbot has their own unique heads, and they all have different wings with their own designs. Slingshot and Fireflight share a mold. They both have the same body and transformation, and they both adapted the Combiner Wars legs transformation. But I like what they did with the arms. They have Hot Rod Syndrome, where the arms go up on the shoulders to rotate. I'm sure others have it too, but I first noticed it with Studio Series 86 Hot Rod. And I get it. I'm not mad at it. I'll admit the feet are huge, but I'm cool. They have ankle tilts, and that's all I need. Air Raid and Skydive have the same leg transformation as Studio Series 86 Scrapper, which I like, because all four limbs aren't exactly the same now. Now, Slingshot and Fireflight have the same double-barrel guns, which I expected since they're both the same figure, just in different colors. But I was shocked when I saw Skydive didn't have the same guns as Air Raid. I think Skydive has the best guns of all four. Actually, of all five, now that I think about it. Also, I love they gave Skydive the single tail fin, which is blue with the yellow lightning strike, just like the G1 toy. But you know what I love best about this new era of Transformers figures? That animation accuracy. Pull up those animation models. The resemblance is uncanny. I'm not 100% sure, but I think the original G1 packages had the 1 through 5 or 1 out of 5 numbering system also, so it's kind of fun to see they brought that back with these updated combiner teams. I always talk about how I love the articulation of modern Transformers action figures. The G1 Transformers I had growing up had no articulation at all. The Aerialbots could swing their elbowless arms, and that was that. So being able to get all my Transformers into so many poses really cools my afterburners. So now let's take a look at them both in their alternate jet modes. Fireflight looks great, especially in that red color scheme, and again, I'm really glad him and Slingshot have different wings, and also a different nose cone. And the lightning bolts on Skydive just remind me so much of the G1 toy. I'm glad they went with that original design. And each Aerialbot has landing gear, which is great. I'm really looking forward to all the battles I can set up with the now complete Aerialbots versus their arch enemies, the Stunticons. As we know, in the original G1 cartoons, the Autobots built the Aerialbots solely to counter the Stunticons that Megatron built. I remember seeing the 2-part episode, The Key to Vector Sigma, when I was a kid. And when Megatron said, "My cars have a secret, Prime," and the Stunticons merged to form Minosaur, I was like, ho ho ho! But then Optimus Prime came back and was like, okay, that's cute. Aerialbots, show them what you got. And boom, the Aerialbots merged into Superion. I wanted all of them. Every Stunticon, every Aerialbot, they were so cool. I think I did have Breakdown, maybe Dead End. I know I never had Wild Rider, and I never owned a single Aerialbot growing up. So to me, and I'm sure a number of other collectors as well, I think it's awesome that even though it took 40 years, we're able to get all the toys we wanted as kids and didn't get. And they're better with all the articulation and the animation accuracy the original toys didn't have. But we now have all 5 Aerialbots. Superion is complete. Skydive and Fireflight are a welcome addition to the collection. Combiner War Superion is dead and headed to the toy graveyard. And what's this? Alpha Bravo? A figure from Combiner Wars that was a completely made-up character and added to the Aerialbots, demanding a place on the new Age of the Primes Aerialbots team. Alpha Bravo was actually a really good figure. I keep him around because I really liked him. He turns into a rescue helicopter, I believe. I always imagine him with this country military voice or something. Something like, well, Autobots, we got some Decepticons on our rear 6. Let's give them the fire and brimstone. I don't know if that's how he's supposed to sound, but that's what I always pictured by his name and what he transformed into. Since we got this amazing looking Vortex in the Age of the Primes line, people have been speculating he'll be retooled into both the Protectobot member Blades and a new Alpha Bravo. I don't think I'd buy another Alpha Bravo, but I'll always like and have respect for how great a figure this guy was. But now that I can form Superion in its entirety, I'm loving him. Combiner War Superion was fun, I really like him, but the new Age of the Prime Superion, in my opinion, is significantly better. The arms don't have the gaps where the thighs are on the Limbots, and Combiner War Superion's thighs are super tiny since they came from, they're essentially Silverbolt's arms, and you see here using the skeleton form for Age of the Prime Superion, the legs are actually like bigger and thicker like they should be, so they look much better. And again, the skeleton frame and having the Limbots as attachment allows Superion to be stable and not topple over as much. And though you can't really see Air Raid and Skydive attached to the back of Superion's legs, he looks smoother and sleeker in the front. He's a great counterpart to Minosaur. Him and Minosaur are the same exact height, making them perfect equals. And don't forget, use your Blockies Transformers to make Superion and your other combiners look like giants. The Aerialbots are looking great together, both in robot mode and together as jets. Get out of here, Alpha Bravo, you're not on the team anymore. You can't sit with us. Skydive and Fireflight look great to me. I'm enjoying having them. I'm glad we're revisiting the combiner teams. Hasbro's done a great job with these figures. If you enjoyed my rant, let me know by tapping on that like button. Are you collecting the Age of the Prime's Aerialbots or sticking with the Combiner Wars Aerialbots? Or do you have a set of Aerialbots from another brand? Comment down below. And if you'd like to hear more rants about Transformers based on the G1 cartoon and toys, transform into someone hitting the subscribe button. Thanks for listening to me rant about Transformers Age of the Prime, Skydive, and Fireflight. We'll be back.